This.
Nice work.
There's no shield or shielding there. Honestly, I have no idea what the neem genes are. Never heard of it. Oh, what the heck?
I got it.
And that link got eaten up. Okay, old Philip. What do you have, Philip? What do you have to say?
Ah, finally a rescuer. I was beginning to lose my voice.
Don't move. I have something to fortify you if you're hurt.
I'm not dead yet. Just too tired to climb up. Oh, 1 minute. I'm engrossed in my research. The next thing I know,
So why not just
my
say
workshop is
jeans
in this
then?
damn pit.
The name is just the brand of it then, huh? I'm guessing Fjord doesn't see these often.
Not until lately. Now they're everywhere. The ruins were probably stable until those roots showed up. Quilici warned Vidaro that the roots would swallow the soil.
You actually
As
making me
usual,
have to look it up
nobody
now.
listened to him. So, here we are. We've never had plants like these. I'm no botanist, but even I can
You look
tell that
just like ordinary
something's
jeans.
not right.
Oh, it says the materials they used to make it. I mean, clearly it looks just like ordinary jeans. That's a different material. Hmm. Means we have to work quickly before any of the farmers get hurt.
If they don't know by now, they've got it coming. You and I have more important work to do. My notes are down here somewhere.
Yeah, I never heard of
They
it before.
contain priceless data on the wildlife around Fjord.
What could have killed you and you worry about your research?
Unlike those dullards in the workshop, I'm actually onto something. As soon as I dug them out, a gang of sporlings ran off with them. I can heave myself topside in time, but I'm in no shape to fight.
But with your notes soon, you stay here, you need a rest. I'll find it, but only if you promise to stay here afterward.
If it makes you feel better, fine. They ran into the ruins. Now hurry. I can't have a sporling eating my life's work. For all I know, they could be halfway to Nakutadek by now.
Heck.
Appreciate that. Another win, but who's counting?
Do, do, do.
Here it comes.
You're alive? I mean, you're back. Ah, did you find my notes?
Certainly did.
Ah, yes. The cover's a little worse for wear, but the notes are intact. My findings on squirrel essence are going to change everything. Everything.
How was so groundbreaking about squirrel lessons?
As everyone knows, squirrel brains grow and shrink in accordance with the nut season. So I thought, what if a squirrel's soul shrinks too? Huh? I propose that the size of our soul corresponds to our brain mass.
I take it you proved your thesis?
If it weren't for this sinkhole, I would have already submitted it. I can't imagine any of my specimens are still intact, and I'll have to find somewhere to sleep. But I've got my notes. I can try again. Take this. Buy yourself something nice. It's the least I can do.
I thought we only got people like him and Perry.
Go and get stuff there, kill something there, explore there. Nothing new. Just like in all other games. I mean, isn't too many quests to do really. It's mostly about exploring. Sun and moon. It's a pretty nice shield. Did it? I don't remember much of the quest, but Do not enter. That's a disadvantage of playing too many games. I don't remember anymore. Until you start playing them.
Gods, what do I tell Sovia? What do I tell the children? It's not bad enough that their mother a little earlier and you'd have beaten the other bandits to my crops. But I guess that's on you, isn't it?
Don't tell me what you lost instead of insulting me.
I left the whole pile right here. Enough food, good food, safe food to get us through the next few months. I went inside just for a moment. The bandits took everything. This was probably her last harvest. There's not a damn thing left to eat.
Maybe I can find them. What do they look like?
Like thieves. They're not from around here, I know that. They had a few elves among them. I've got no problem with elves, but they looked rough. Like they weren't civilized. You know, bandits.
Something else wrong with this one?
What? No. We're fine. No smuggling, no dream scourge. What are you implying?
You said her last harvest, not ours. Is something wrong with your wife?
Like sticking your nose in other people's business, do you?
Question if the planner will be up if we... We can help, I would like to.
Not you two. Gods. What do I have to lose? My wife, she's sick. Not a dream troll. Just sick. We've known for a while now. But treatment is expensive. There's not enough.
The question is how technology is gonna go forward.
If she could eat well for whatever time she had left, she'd be more comfortable. And now it's gone. There. Are you happy?
Of course not. Now I really have to find stolen food.
Finally! Someone who cares about something other than themselves. When they ran away, I saw them following the river north. They're probably hiding up there, waiting to steal from someone else. You come back with my crops, and I'll give you whatever I can. You can't put a price on survival.
Why is this one? Pennsylvania River North. Let's use it for the River North.
kit usually attack each other on sight. The Hingan's the exception.
I think if I walked into a Zarb camp and wasn't attacked immediately, I'd wonder if I was invisible or something. Quiet, Nimdut.
Is that all you got? Take him down. Who's ready for more?
Boots. I'm captured, huh? Go in here first before we start exploring more. Just map out this whole part. Farmers Market. Food ration.
You there. You look like you know where you're going.
Maybe.
Can you tell me the way to Fjord's Market?
Oh, yeah. Oh, you're already there.
This isn't a market. It's a bunch of hungry people standing around. Are you sure? Oh no. That's the gate they told me to look for. What happened here?
Make it harder to get money? Well, then they need to lower the value of the armor. But one thing you can easily make money is just to steal horses. If you, because there's like armor, plate armor that's worth like Anywhere from 4,000 up to 6,000 that you can sell for. It's like insane. Yeah, but also because you have like maxed out your perks in the second map, so the second part gets very easy. I mean, you have like max charisma, you have all the perks to get the really good charisma with plate armor if you go that way, so you have like maxed out charisma easily. And if you do like me, riding around, and if you do a lot of herbing, then you survive, or hunting and cooking and stuff, you know, you're using the dry racks. You get your survival up quickly. Your sword you get up real quick, depending which weapon you go for. I don't know how they're gonna fix that though. I haven't seen people complain about it though, so I don't know why they're gonna do it. Careful, Fear might have been hit by the Dream Scourge.
Oh, so even if they had food, no one would want to eat it. Great. I came here to cut a deal that'd feed Thirdborn for a month. I was meant to set up a supply line.
Those aren't the only two options. Have you thought about Paradise?
Huh. It's possible. Though the Adirans might not look favorably upon me. I'll think of something. Thanks anyway.
You're the first godlike to come through in, well, I can't remember how long. I hope that's a good sign.
Then I need to change the perks that gives you more money when you're selling stuff and so on. And can come the limits too for that. Definitely not a bad sign.
I'll take what I can get. If the gods don't bless us with a harvest soon, this market will be empty come winter.
You always has the other settlements for aid.
You'd think so, but they don't approve of animancy. Something about undead farmhands makes them nervous. They still buy our crops, mind you, when the harvest's good.
Do, do, do. Hmm.
No cutting in line. I was here first.
heart?
Bow. Stealth is mostly used when you're doing stuff inside buildings, if you need to go and sneak and get something. For camps, it's not really neat. Yeah. I mean, you become, as long as you have your gear on you.
Marius, did you leave?
But the game have a tendency to like to remove your gear in some cutscenes, and then
Doesn't ring a bell.
all of a sudden you have to
But I
fight with
suggest reading it when you get a chance. It's rude not to read a book you
bad
use as a
gear
gift.
that they
Since
give
when do
you.
you worry about being rude?
I'm just saying, maybe. Maybe someone gave you that for a reason. I've noticed that camp supplies don't generally clean themselves.
Hmm. Oh. Ah.
Weren't you telling me not to wash my clothes so much?
There's some.
The wilderness doesn't generally smell like boiled hardtack or peppered lithbark stew.
If this is about the time I burned your favorite pan trying to bake sweet...
Hmm. Hello, fields. No. Hmm.
sweet pie in it. I'm still sorry, and I'll still get you a new one. I don't know how you fit a cleaning manual in your package.
Dun, dun, dun. Yeah, I mean, there's ways for them to fix it, but we'll see. Oh yeah. Let's see, what shall we have? Next round. We get Uno point. Wonder if I should get this one to 75%. Next level, we can get this one. I like shell blades. I guess we should get this one and get the rank 2. Would be really nice. Yeah, let's get in here and then we can go back outside and explore some more.
You showed up at a bad time.
Yeah, I pretty much brought that plague bear down by myself.
Did you now?
Captain Masoni said he'd never seen anything like it.
Oh, I bet.
The Emperor's envoy. Inquisitor Ludwig said you might be heading this way.
To whom am I speaking?
Captain Alfair of the Steel Garrote. If you're here to speak with Vidaro, I'm afraid you'll find the governor is quite beyond reason. These Valians and their love of animancy.
Metaphysically speaking, it's unlikely the animals are causing this plague.
While they theorize and do nothing, the sickness spreads. But worry not, envoy. The Steel Garrote will be ready to ensure the safety of Adiran interests when the time comes.
What are you talking about?
We all have our part to play, envoy. Until later.
She's as subtle as a broadside.
Does subtle mean something different outside of Solace?
Oh, look! Hey, food. No. Gone. Magic. Religious Journal 2. Crap is ruined. Page 3. What the heck is page 1 then?
Genuine healing crystals, purest in all of Eora.
Yeah.
Oh, you startled me. This old woman can get lost in prayer from time to time. You must be the Adiran envoy I've been hearing about. Apologies for any hardships you may have experienced getting here. The failing crops, the strange beasts, and even the dream scourge are all the result of our neglect of the dead.
No apologies necessary.
That's a lot of blame on people who can't defend themselves.
The dead of Fjord expect certain rituals to be carried out. I have failed to perform those rituals, and now the spirits are angry.
Are you referring to the old Valen custom offering fresh food for recently dead?
That's exactly it. Well done. I have always observed it, and I brought it with me when I came to Fjord. Our recent dead require a final meal to ease their passage from life. Without it, they can't rejoin the cycle.
You've got people waiting in line for their next meal, and you want to waste food on the dead?
I got food from the grain merchant stores. I just need someone to leave it at the graves. The dead will take it from there.
Flesh and bone. They bring the fruit to those who cannot eat. What tree calls for its branches to endure these rituals?
I believe this ritual is carried out more for the grieving survivors than for the spirits of the dead.
The ritual heals all. The spirits get one more taste of life, and the living get to offer one last gift to the dead.
Did you steal this food from the town larders?
I did, yes. With things the way they are, there was no other way to get what I need for the ritual. If I didn't think this was important, I wouldn't have taken the food. But this ritual is the key to everything. I know Elena would understand how important it is to pay tribute to the dead.
Oh, they are a little bit weird in this area because here they kinda. Well, if this will help with Fio's problems, then I suppose it's all worth it.
I believe it will change everything for the better. I believe it with all my heart. The crops will grow again. The dream scourge will end. All will be well once more.
What do you need us to do?
You must take these offerings of food and place them at 3 grave sites where the recently dead lay. The first offering goes to a cliffside grave on the southern coast.
Whose body is rest there?
Loggers from the old days. They sacrificed themselves to make the land habitable and lost their lives to creatures of the untamed forest. The second offering goes to a grave in the swamp, far to the west from here.
The spirits wander near the swamp.
They buried the bodies of settlers there, intrepid sorts that tried to tame the farther reaches of Emerald Stair's wilds. The final offering should be taken to the truffle farm east of Fjord, where a family lost their lives to the encroaching wilds.
Maybe this will help you find some peace as well.
That is the least of my worries. But yes, bringing closure to the recent dead will finally allow me a good night's sleep. I can't thank you enough for helping to ease the conscience of an old lady. Please, return when the rituals are complete.
Okay. Okay. And we can do this one. Edict of subsistence. By order of the governor's will and office, all greens, fruits, and grain of the earth are to be rationed by fire's proper authority. Effective immediately, these temporary measures should be in place until further notice, and attempts of subversion will be swiftly dealt with.
Empty again.
Seems that way.
Vidaro says the current crop looks promising.
How can he know that? He's not a farmer.
Be patient. He hasn't steered us wrong before.
No worries, just here to borrow some stuff. Letter. Darling, I wish you could have joined me this time. I understand Vidaro needs his hand held at the best of times, let alone during the onset of a famine, but still. Rune's a little more beautiful with you here to explain things too. Of course, you can't join me now, even if Vidaro suddenly grown competent. I've explored this rune thoroughly. I'm sure the locals are sick of me by now, so don't miss me too much, my dear. I'll be home soon. Let's sleep. I would say Immortals of Avium is not that bad. I know a lot of people didn't like it, but I had a good time with it. Tainted Grail. I'm actually looking forward to the new Assassin's Creed game. Oh no, the access game. Well, it seems very positive so far, but it's 0.7. We'll see. Might be something to look forward to. When it comes to those kind of games, I don't want to play early access. It's like the same thing with Enshrouded. Seems to be a really nice game too, but it needs to come out in full release for me to be interested in it. Or interested to play it. A month? We'll see. Party note, LM. I hope this note finds you well with an occasion despite the lackluster fruit. You always were the life of the party, despite your claims otherwise. I look forward to more antiques soon. We'll meet again, FB. Facebook, notes.
What's the meaning of this?
Look at these crops. Look at your city.
Look at these crops, look at your city.
I am not accustomed to failure. Neither am I. But it happens to the best of us, no?
Rejection letter. Thank you for your humble application to Animance's workshop of fear, Miss Iverno. Nope.
They made up their mind.
Did not get accepted. Suck like you, no? Yeah, that's the problem with all the access games. It may be good for one patch and can be bad another patch, and then you never know when the full release comes out how the game will be. Oh yeah, it looked interesting. It looked interesting at least.
It's okay. We'll try again. But it's the third time. You know how it is. Their standards are impossible. It isn't personal.
I have so many big games to
It's
play.
the Animancer's
currently.
workshop.
Research background, perhaps I can help.
I'm not sure our work is quite ready for peer review.
Maybe we need some feedback on our proposal.
Using essence to cure male flaccidity is uncharted territory. I'm sure of our thesis.
Oh, the thing soul essence would be the perfect thing to enliven the male member.
Our thoughts exactly. Our experiments have been very successful on animals and vegetation.
We treat this important issue with the utmost respect, even down to the proposal's title.
What do you think of this? Boning without bones, essence and the performativity of male anatomy.
Consider this. From stick to stone, using essence to augment male performance.
Also, yeah, it's direct in the future, the bargaining science of animancy.
That's brilliant, huh? Simply brilliant.
We've done it again.
Wait until they read this. The days of packing rope are at an end.
Rejuvenate and revitalize your personal essence.
If only we had these tusks.
Oh boy. Bounties.
Careful with those poor souls. Please bring them peace, amigo. And all godlike. I've heard whispers that one of your kind was here in the living lands. It is a pleasure to meet you. In case it wasn't clear, I'm the point of contact for anyone with bounties to turn in. So return to me if you have any to claim.
What's your role in Fiore Mestiverno?
Officially, I'm one of the many researchers here. My specialty is in the anatomy of the many species of Eora.
So why are you here instead of researching?
If you must know, Vulpinet, these bounties are more pressing than my research. Someone had to be chosen to man the board. That person happens to be me. At least some of these bounties result in interesting specimens to study.
Yep.
Aurat Augori. I hope to see you soon.
Have you heard? Giata's.
Rumble letter from Tian. Land, you will love it here. The Living Lands is quite a vacation spot. Oh, let me see, it's so fun.
Travel at the governor's
municipal farmers.
You must admit she has a point. We should do something about the Dream Scourge. Not simply wait for it to pass.
Careful with that kind of talk. The governor has ears all over town.
Care for a refreshment? Spirits are truly wonderful, powerful.
Hector Brewer, huh?
If you are looking for sanctuary, you have found it. The Gifted Magpie is a house of calm, rational discussion. We have only 2 rules of conduct. Maintain dignity and speak in a soft tone of voice.
Something going on around here?
To put it gently, yes. Giata Castel is giving our governor a piece of her mind, loud enough to rattle the windows. Animancers are miracle workers, but their work breeds obsession, rivalry, and bitter disagreement.
You can see a lot of animals around here.
Their anxiety keeps me in business. This tea house is where troubled minds come to approach problems from a quieter angle.
Speaking of which, I could really use a cup of tea.
Regrettably, we are out of tea. My stockpile is exhausted, and the harvest has not kept up with demand. We have other goods for sale.
Yeah, Treepang 2 is a mix of fear and max pain, you can say. In action, when it comes to action. No tea in a tea house?
The fields have been unproductive of late, and what grows has not risen to our standard.
Because you can do, you know, the slow motion
this is a
style.
temporary setback and not a sign.
You can throw yourself through windows and everything else. It's amazing. Why is this place called the Gifted Magpie?
Believe it or not, this building was once my father's grain warehouse. One day, a magpie landed on the rafters.
It's challenging, though.
Fluent Valiant to anyone who would listen.
Of course, depending on what difficulty you play on. What did it say?
Among other things, it told my father the recipe for a blueberry tart. Popular item until the recent troubles. Helia is the goddess of birds and creativity. Yes, the spiritual significance of a talking magpie is debatable. But the tale inspired others to make this a haven of creativity. And so, here we are.
What happened to the magpie?
Who knows? Either it flew away on bad business, or it was just a metaphor to begin with. A good story knows where to end itself. The bad ones all end in grief.
Treasure map, huh? A broken tower thingy.
That we can see in a telescope, anyway.
I suppose that's true.
Come on. My invention is guaranteed to enlarge your essence. A moment of your time, my friend. Tell me, what do you know about your soul?
Well, I'm godlike, so I got some divine heritage.
Wrong. Your soul is an ancient, wondrous thing, suffused with
obviously,
lifetimes of rich,
you're wrong.
delicious memory. But it's tired, my friend, heavy with the burden of generations and too weak to survive another turning of the wheel.
I don't know how much I pay you to lighten my soul. How much do I pay you to lighten my soul?
That's the beauty of it. The first treatments on the house. The moment you entered the city, I calibrated my invention to the highest setting and attuned it to your soul. So tell me, how do you feel? Better already, huh?
It'll be fun, I guess.
Of course you do. That's what healthy feels like. Do remember to tell your friends about all the benefits of animancy. Enjoy your soul.
Hope you don't start seeing other people's past lives or anything.
One job, but I couldn't even do that.
Pour you a drink, good.
Adelaro, my love. I want to see you again. What about our patrol tomorrow night? The woods will give us some privacy. Don't breathe a word to Aina though. She went straight to the captain last time, but then...
The crops rule.
We done?
And I thinks I ought to give up a farming and leave Emerald Stair.
Well, I'll be a godlike in the bone and bore. Apologies for the ruckus outside. The animancers never know when to shut their mouths.
What are they arguing about? Look.
Our crop yield. The governor thinks we just had a bad season, but the Koilichi and the Giada figure differently. They are the only animancers taking the Dream Scourge seriously.
Where can I find them?
Outside and up the stairs. They're arguing with Vidaro. Just follow the profanity.
Is Fear always like this?
But the town has been stretched thin even by our standards. We've all heard the rumors from outside. Animals gone mad. Terror stalking the wilderness day and night.
The stories are true. I've seen the Dream Scourge myself.
Bereth's bells, of course. If Emerald Stair runs out of food, we are in dire straits anyway. We've had crops fail before, but never food rations. The governor says it's just a temporary precaution, but I am not buying it. So, we ought to drink while we can. Agreed? Anything I can get you?
Tell me about the bone and bore.
What are you fixing to know?
I'd like a little history about the place.
I opened the place after my brother cut me out of the family business years ago. I opened the Bone and Boar for all the customers he found undesirable. The rough types.
Sounds like a classic sibling rivalry.
I suppose when you put it that way. My parents were the first owners of the gifted magpie. Mom was an animancer, and the pa wasn't. They fought constantly. Because of that, my brother Hector hates conflict. It's ruined the magpie's business.
We can see how that would happen.
I've tried many times to talk sense into that head of his, but Hector, he's stubborn. Visit the magpie and talk to him. You'll see what I mean. Now, is there anything else I can get you? Welcome back, envoy.
Lieutenant Fidelio.
Look out for her, Fidelio. How hard could that have been?
Yes, a second. Something here. Okay. Can I help you?
If I could help myself, do you think I'd be in here? I don't mean that. I have a lot on my plate.
You got time? What's the matter?
My 2 youngest rangers were supposed to report back from their rounds. I assumed they'd turn up. But it's been 3 days now. They're still not here.
They disappeared before, haven't they?
3 times this month. They're going to be the death of me. They're besotted. I can't get them to think about anything else. Belena and Adelaro were my most promising recruits. Now, all they do is sneak off to,
To each other. Well, get to know each other, huh?
I think they know each other very well.
Well, there's worse places to make the 4-legged beast. I promise you that.
4-legged beast. That was one way to put it.
Oh man, this brings me back.
Anyway, I never thought I had any cause for concern. They always found their way back eventually, but they haven't this time. They're out there, all alone, and they could be in danger, and
You don't have to explain yourself. I'll be worried about my charges too.
The last time I saw them, I sent them to patrol the northern riverbed. If you go that way, please, keep an eye out for them. I'm losing my mind in here.
2 young Nemdutin wandering out by a river. Consider them found.
Maybe we don't look too soon. Give them a while. You know what I mean?
You ever think, what if I wasn't a ranger? Of course. What would you do? Be a flower picker.
Yeta's house. There goes food.
But I'd make no money. Why not? Because we drink it all.
Yeta's award. The award for best achievement in agriculture goes to Yeta Castell. Thanks to your hard work and innovation, last season's pumpkins were larger, rounder, and grew at record speed. Please join us to receive your award of 10 copper bars and a slice of Vanessa Pass's blue ribbon flashberry pie. Well done, Yeta. You earned it. Notes on a prototype. You made a breakthrough. For the first time, the device successfully gathered essence into the Adra core. Creating interlocking rings, a design our colleague took from runes across the sea. We believe the rings pull essence out of the surrounding as wind current pull dust or pollen, but I'm troubled by what this implies. When we use animancy to mimic a natural process, we get better results. Why? Yeta's journal. This crop shortage is the perfect opportunity to test my family's research, but of course I'm getting nowhere with Ignacy. He has the town wrapped around his little finger. You would think a community of free-thinking animances would embrace a little innovation, but no, not even to save their lives. Oh, mother have done. So I suppose I don't need to ask. Perhaps I can succeed where she failed, as soon as I gather the courage to enter the lab someday. It's not today. Letter from a friend. Gietta, are you well? Ever since I moved away, I hear only rumors about what happens inside the walls of Fior Mesviverno. But the rumors alone are cause for concern. You say you've been starting fights with the governor, starting unrest at the workshop, turning animancers against each other. I adore you too much to believe such nonsense. Most of it anyway, but allow me to give you a word of advice. There's a pattern to this behavior even if you think there isn't. You believe that your ambitions are being held back. Do you hold them back further by alienating everyone in reach? It does prove your own point. Trust me, I know from experience, as did your mother. Be careful that you don't hurt yourself in the crusade to be proven right. Come and visit me sometime. Put aside your worries and clear your mind. Silver misses you. Alien. Invitation to drinks. No key.
And I really loved her, you know. Deep down.
But did you ever talk to him?
No? No? Ado! I wrote some poems. Did you did not? I surely did. Rocco, you are not lazy. You make me crazy. Your eyes are like bells. They make me a fine boy. Romantic. I thought so.
Ado, welcome. Well, I was not expecting such an esteemed guest in my humble workshop. Are you in need of any weapons or armor? The roads haven't been safe as of late.
Double star medal. What can you tell me about this medal?
Is that Gillard? This is star metal. Very rare stuff. Where did you get this? Nay, don't tell me. I'd be tempted to go looking for some more, and that would certainly not end well.
Can you do anything with it?
No. Unfortunately, I don't know how to work the metal into anything useful. Only enchanted. I did receive a shipment from Sola's Keep recently, however. A mace crafted out of star metal, brought to me by a trader from Gallowayne's Tusks. I suggest you make your way there if you're looking for someone to work that beautiful metal into a proper weapon.
Gallowayne's Tusks? Come on, it can't be that complicated. I bet you 5 skates a Smith and Thirdborn would know what to do with this stuff.
Okay, take a bet.
And I'll take your money eventually.
Is there anything else I can help you with, amigo?
Do anyone say how much use for weapons and armor?
Nay, not really. But not all of us in Fjord are animancers, you know. Besides humble craftsmen such as myself, we have the rangers to outfit. Under normal circumstances, I'd not sell to a traveler like yourself. But as I'm sure you've seen, these are not normal circumstances. Care to see what I have?
Sure. Oh, holy crap. He has the good stuff, huh? There's a mace he was talking about, lodestone. Does he have an exceptional wand or no? For 23 more damage.
Envoy. Welcome back.
Can I Where?
Okay, they also have like exceptional stuff and so on. Didn't have the wood I wanted. Does this guy have anything like that?
What did it? Well.
Missing Persian, Maxim Vidaro. I'm offering substantial reward to anyone who can locate the remains of Maxim Vidaro. Vanished in the wilderness of Emerald Stair 10 years ago. His journalist is also missing. I accepted it as proof of the discovery. Maxim was our founder, my father, and devout Skinite. He would not have left us without good reason, so I have every reason to believe he hasn't gone far. Ignacio Vidaro, governor of Fior Messiverno.
Right in front of you. The Dream Scourge is here, in the soil, and it's killing us. Oh my goodness. Are you a godlike?
Achievement to service.
Charmed. Forgive me for staring. It's just we don't see many of your kind anymore.
Maybe you can talk some sense into our governor. Put the fear of the gods in him.
Tempers are high, but I don't see any assassins. Yet.
Excuse me, but unless you have official business, I'll thank you not to involve yourself in our private discussion.
I am an endearing envoy. Is that official enough?
Very well. I hope you remember that behind these walls, your influence has limits.
I'm sure he didn't come all this way just to challenge your authority. As you can see, I was just proving a point to our esteemed governor.
A cart full of spoiled vegetables. You call that a point?
Ha! Emerald Stair used to be a lush garden for miles around, and now I don't even recognize it. First came the invasive species, roots and mycelium growing overnight, as though nature itself had gone mad. The Dream Scourge has twisted our lands, our wildlife, and now our farms.
That's why I'm here. Perhaps an animancer can help me stop it.
Then there's no time to waste arguing with bureaucrats.
I like her already.
I believe that we can restore the land, bring back its soul and its sanity, cut off the dream scourge at the root. Our governor would rather ignore the problem. He doesn't trust animancy as his father did.
Well, it's difficult to ignore dying farms once you start starving.
As usual, Giatta never misses a chance to slander me. I don't ignore her concerns, only her methods.
And you still do nothing. Before we can deal with the Dream Scourge, we first need to understand it. Unfortunately, new experiments have to go through him.
Once again, bureaucracy stands in the way of getting things done.
I'm just trying to stop Giatta from hurting herself. Animancy is dangerous when you're shooting in the dark.
She's the one taking all the risks here.
You must be unfamiliar with animancy. There's always collateral damage. Are you going to tell him about your family's basement? Or should I?
How dare you use that against me?
I know it was an accident, but look what it cost you. We can't let it happen again.
While we argue among ourselves, the Dream Scourge is tearing the living lands apart. Tearing our people apart.
Maybe you can solve the Dream Scourge rationally. Work together wouldn't stand between you and your ambitions.
Really? Unexpected from an Adiran. But how could I refuse an offer like that? Well, Governor, looks like I'm taking some time away from my duties. I'll trouble you no more.
Your request is denied, Giatta.
I wasn't asking.
Your responsibilities are to the settlement. Turning away from them sets a precedent that I cannot allow.
Everything I have proposed has been for Fior, and you still refuse to cooperate. Under the circumstances, I don't have much of a choice.
Then neither do I. Giatta Castel, from this day forth, you are banished from Fior Messiverno.
Whoa, you're banishing her for that?
What?
Ignacy, we can't lose our brightest animancer in the middle of a crisis.
Your pupil has gone too far, Quilici. Take her and leave. You're still a guest in my town, but to us, Giatta is an outcast.
You're making a mistake.
Perhaps. But I can't just let her continue to poison the minds of my animancers.
They aren't your animancers. Your father understood that.
Don't bother, old man. He isn't his father. I've done all I can for Fior Messiverno. But you haven't even tried. Now limp back to your giant house like a good dog. We should talk somewhere private. Meet me at my house due west by the workshop.
Another mouthful. Maybe we'll need to let Kai hunt more after all.
Level 10. More damage. This one doesn't seem 10% more is just not perfect. Need a bedroom key. Ready to my son. Ignacio, right this in a rare moment of clarity. Before he left us, your father was a proud, stubborn, wonderful man. Let me offer you a word of advice on his behalf. Those who rule with power are destined to be overthrown by power. Those who rule with heart are destined to be cherished long after they're gone. I can feel the fog drifting back over my thoughts. Goodbye, Ignacio. Hopefully not for long. Your mother, Esther. Shimmering wings, gnashing teeth, chew through the dirt. Where are my hands, Ignacio? Where are my hands? My hands, my hands, my hands. Yeah, I'm slightly obsessed with your hands. Huh?
Is this the governor's mother? Blessed a shame.
As I had planned. I'm sorry you had to see that. What an asshole.
Giata, some manners, if you please.
I thought she was being polite.
We're on the verge of extinction, but our governor is too busy protecting his fragile ego.
He's focusing on the wrong problems, that's for certain.
What does he know? He isn't even an animancer.
You did challenge his authority.
I know, but... curses. Without Fior Messiverno, I'm hardly even an animancer. My tools, the workshop, all gone.
I'm sorry about your exile, Greta.
So am I. At least now I'm free to study whatever I want. On my terms. The Dream Scourge has been a thorn in my side for too long.
Talk like you have a vendetta against it.
In a way, I do. I have plans for this island, and they don't involve the Dream Scourge. But that's a story for another day.
Your parents would be proud to see such tenacity.
Anyway, listen to us babble. Let's talk about you. I never expected to see an Adiran envoy here. You've got a lot of guts showing your face in a town full of animancers.
Not everyone in Adir hates animancy.
We will set aside our differences for the greater good, won't we, Giada?
Our first order of business is the Dream Scourge, but I'm also curious about you. There aren't many godlike left these days.
You think there might be a connection?
Wouldn't that be a coincidence? I only bring it up because Animancy might offer us some insight into your nature. Keep an open mind. While I pack up my belongings, you can help me by...
Alright.
I just realized this is the end. I have to leave Fior Messiverno. Forever.
Nothing ends. Think of it as a new beginning with new friends.
Some people don't find out who they really are until they leave home.
You'll be all right. My advice, find a good tavern and learn how to prepare squirrel over an open flame.
Maybe
these
if
damn
I focus on
squirrels,
what
man.
I've gained, I can learn to accept everything I've lost. When it comes to the Dream Scourge, we haven't been allowed to acknowledge the problem, much less act on a solution. Today, that changes. I need help from the animancers around town, but as you can see, I'm an outcast.
Will your colleagues even talk to me after what happened to you?
Don't worry. Ignasi can't banish us all. Manto Pastor is in the workshop due west. He's got an invention that can help us. Elia Rossell is an authority on the undead. Her methods are controversial, but useful. She lives in a cottage southeast of town. And then there's Yvette and Remy, our philosophers. You'll find them at the docks, southeast of Fjord. Each of them owes me a favor. Drop my name and they'll tell you what they know about the Dream Scourge.
So, what's your fear in the Dream Scourge, anyway?
I'd rather not speculate until we have more data. If you have questions, I'm sure the others can answer them.
Okay.
We're about to make history. But first, research.
Guessing she's not much of a hunter. Might want to get extra rations next time we go shopping.
Godlike, Imperial Envoy, Research Assistant. Who knew?
Let's see. Okie dokie.
Welcome to my fine establishment, amigo.
Let's do this. Well, we can upgrade. There was something we could upgrade, so let's do that.